The NBA world was rocked late Friday night as news broke of a blockbuster trade sending Karl-Anthony Towns from the Minnesota Timberwolves to the New York Knicks. This shocking move, coming just days before training camps open, has sent shockwaves through the basketball community and dramatically altered the landscape of both conferences.
The deal. The Knicks acquired four-time All-Star Karl-Anthony Towns in exchange for Julius Randle, Donte DiVincenzo, and a protected first-round pick. The Charlotte Hornets are also involved as a third team to help facilitate the salary aspects of the deal. A long time coming. In the aftermath of the trade, sources close to both organizations have revealed that this seismic shift was not as sudden as it appeared. Behind the scenes, a complex dance of negotiations and strategic planning had been unfolding for months. Discussions between the Knicks and Timberwolves had been ongoing all summer, an anonymous league executive disclosed. This revelation adds a layer of intrigue to what seemed like a spontaneous decision, hinting at a carefully orchestrated plan that had been in motion long before the public caught wind of it. The prolonged nature of these talks raises questions about the motivations of both teams. For the Timberwolves, was this a preemptive move to address looming financial constraints? Or perhaps a calculated gamble to reshape their roster around emerging star Anthony Edwards? On the Knicks side, the persistent pursuit of Towns suggests a long-term vision that extends beyond mere opportunism. New York's front office, often criticized for impulsive decisions in the past, appears to have played the long game this time, patiently maneuvering towards their target over an extended period. The involvement of the Charlotte Hornets as a third team, crucial in finalizing the deal, adds another layer to this intricate saga. Their late entry into the negotiations proved to be the key that unlocked the trade, suggesting that the final pieces of this puzzle only fell into place in recent days. As fans and analysts alike digest this information, the narrative shifts from one of sudden upheaval to a story of careful planning and strategic patience. It's a reminder that in the NBA, what happens behind closed doors often shapes the league's landscape long before the public sees the results. This revelation not only adds depth to the trade story but also sets the stage for further speculation. What other long-term plans might be in motion across the league? And how will this meticulously crafted deal impact the futures of all teams involved? As the dust settles on this trade, one thing becomes clear: in the NBA, the most significant moves are often months, if not years, in the making. Knicks go all in. This marks the second major acquisition for the Knicks this offseason, following their earlier trade for Mikal Bridges. New York has clearly pushed all their chips to the center of the table, assembling a formidable starting lineup of Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart. Eastern Conference shakeup. The Knicks' bold moves have put them squarely in the conversation as contenders in the East. While the Boston Celtics remain favorites, New York has positioned themselves as a serious threat, along with the Philadelphia 76ers, who recently added Paul George. Reigniting a rivalry. Towns' arrival in New York adds fuel to his long-standing rivalry with Joel Embiid of the 76ers. Their history of on-court confrontations, including a memorable brawl in 2019, sets the stage for intense matchups in the coming season. What's next for Minnesota? The Timberwolves' decision to trade Karl-Anthony Towns has sent shockwaves through the NBA, leaving fans and analysts alike wondering about the team's future direction. This move comes on the heels of Minnesota's most successful season in nearly 2 decades, making it all the more perplexing. At first glance, trading away a four-time All-Star and franchise cornerstone seems counterintuitive for a team on the rise. However, a closer look reveals the complex financial landscape that influenced this decision. With Anthony Edwards and Jaden McDaniels starting hefty new contracts, the Timberwolves found themselves in a precarious position regarding the salary cap. The acquisition of Julius Randle and Donte DiVincenzo, along with a first-round pick, provides Minnesota with both immediate talent and future flexibility. Randle, a former All-Star himself, offers a similar skill set to Towns at a lower price point. Meanwhile, DiVincenzo brings valuable perimeter defense and shooting, addressing